All right, we are out here playing the squeeze. We didn't do the first hole because I didn't want to be rude to the people behind me, but lucky to be out here first tee time by myself today. And second hole, 285 yards. This is a cool course, whole bunch of drivable par fours, short threes, short fives. Trying to play a cut up the left, draw it back to fade it back to the middle. Instead, we kind of hit it dead straight. We're up the left-hand side. All right, we're up here just short of hole high left. It's real firm out here, so we're gonna be playing like a lot of linksy shots today. We're gonna hit a pitching wedge, and we're gonna kind of bump it into that slope up there, let it release out towards the hole. Didn't quite hit it hard enough, but we're on the green. Right idea. Need to hit a little harder. It. They are quick. All right, so we parred one, we parred two. This is a crazy little short par three. If you look over here, there's like two parts to the green. One is right and one is the long back pin. It's 114 yards, tight target. Looks like you can't really go left or right. Hit a good gap wedge, hopefully. Crazy slopes on this green. Crazy slopes on this green. Good shot, but barely on the green. So we've got kind of like a wild green up here. Come in and you could hit to this right-hand side, skinny target, whole bunch of mounding, or you can hit to the crazy back pin location where we hit it today. Probably trying to go long on purpose is the play. We got kind of a left kick, but we left ourselves pretty good putt at birdie. See how we do. Oh, we didn't hit it. Easy par. So they kind of mix things up here, a bunch of short fours, but now we got a nice like medium length par five, 560-ish. I'm gonna try to go up the left-hand side. Looks like everything kicks you down to the right. I think that's gonna be good if I got the kick. Kind of right up the left. Hopefully we got that kick back down to the bottom. So I was right. We kicked back down to the fairway. Kind of on a crazy side slope here. Like the camera doesn't do it justice. And we're just gonna lay up with a hybrid because we still probably got like 300 yards left. A little bit toey. A little bit left, see how it goes. So I thought I hit it left, but I got like world's craziest kick and somehow ended up in the right-hand side of the fairway. A lot of slopes out here. Everything kind of kicks your ball, feeds it right. So we got 72 yards to a back pin, kind of a blind shot over this little knob. I can just barely see the top of the flag, and it's like I'm gonna hit a little punchy sand wedge, like an 80-yard shot. Play a little bit left. Looks like the slopes go that way. That ought to be really good, depending on how it takes the slopes. Can't really tell until we get up there. So the slopes on this course are pretty crazy. I actually think the ball went kind of up the hill up here and actually had a chance to go in and came back by the hole on the way back by. Total misread. Easy par. Putt was dead straight. Thought it was gonna break. Like 350 yard par 4. This one's got kind of like a real England heathland vibe. Kind of this thing running through the middle of the fairway. It's a little longer than it looks. That bunker that you see is actually 250 to clear it. So we're gonna try to like cut it off that bunker into the right hand side of the fairway. Absolutely perfect. Up the right hand side. Just think the native out here is pretty awesome. Got these kind of waste areas that kind of bleed into the native with these long grasses. Really nice. So we hit it up here in the right hand side of the fairway. We got 83 yards. Gonna hit the same little punchy sand wedge we hit on the last hole. Pretty good. Might have tugged it just a little bit. I don't really know what the greens are doing, so because I can't see the slopes, so it could be good. Could have done something crazy. Greens are pretty wild out here. The way they've done the bunkers out here is awesome, with the like kind of native grass, pampas type grasses on the faces of the bunkers, with kind of the flat bottoms. Really cool. So once again, the greens are pretty sick out here. You can see the slopes really well in this kind of like golden hour morning light. You got this big knob right here in the front, and the pin itself is kind of down in this swale. Kind of funnel my ball away from it, but we're still gonna have a sweet birdie putt. There are these cool things with these little pockets in it, waves, really sweet. So kind of lucky, we kind of are right in this little swale down the middle of the green. So we got a pretty straight, pretty uphill putt. It's gonna break, you know, maybe a couple feet from the left to right, which these greens are so crazy. Like, it's funny to think that like a putt that breaks a foot or two is flat, but that's what you get at. Turn. A little firm, slightly over red. So the other thing that's pretty cool about Cabot is there's a lot of attention to detail. Like, these blue and white striped flag sticks are sick. And their flags are pretty awesome too. They're like swallowtail flags, and they've got the course logo on every flag. Swallowtail with this kind of double triangle. Really neat flags. And this is obviously the squeeze, so you got your nice glass of orange juice here. So we've got kind of another short, like 300 yardish par 4. The bunker over there to the left is kind of the line, so you trim it kind of close to this tree and maybe cut it back a little bit. We hit kind of a straight push. We're up the right-hand side. Hopefully we cleared the kind of junk that you see in the middle of the fairway, slightly left of the tree. So, kind of first time play mistake here. Probably the way to play this hole better would be like hit a 5-iron and then just hit a full wedge in. We're uphill. We're about 90 yards. Looks like there's a big backstop behind it. So we're gonna hit pitching wedge and try to hit about 100 to 110 shot. We're over here in this kind of trash lie over in this waste area. See how we do. Caught that a little heavy. That is in some serious trouble because it came out like a sand shot, heavy. So we've got like another situation where the slopes are like, the camera doesn't do this justice at all. This is crazy. Like, it looks crazy in the picture, which means it's really crazy in real life. We're gonna hit a sand wedge and try to like bump it into that hill and run it up top. And you got a little backstop if you go a little bit long. Really gonna have to be perfect. I actually think we almost hold that out. Such a good shot. Maybe just a touch long, if we can make it. So we hit it to about 5 feet, and this was a crazy good shot. Oh, well. If you get too aggressive on a par 5, these things can really bite you. I mean, on a short par 4. If you get too aggressive on a short par 4, these things can really bite you. I want to show you just how crazy the slopes are on this green. Like, there's a huge downhill there. It's like a huge knob and downhill and kind of funnel over here. I just want to show you, like, if you hit it long on this pin, watch what happens. So I'm up on the slope, right? And it kicks down. Watch where this goes. Still going, still going, still going, still going, still going. Just the slopes on these greens are crazy. So if you got like 105-yard par 3, and the green actually looks kind of benign, which I'm pretty sure means that it's not. I have a feeling there's a crazy slope at the front of this green that takes your ball right. So since I'm gonna try to hit a full hard sand wedge and try to hit it all the way to the hole and spin it. Go. A little short, right on the front edge. So I probably could have hit the longer club and hit this all the way to the hole, but right would have been a problem. This is not a bad spot to putt from at all. Right, we got about 185-yard par 3. Looks like the play is just the play out to the left, kind of landed a little bit short and feed it on. 6 iron. So we hit the dreaded double cross. We were trying to play a fade, and instead we hooked it. So we are left of the pin, hole high, with kind of an extremely difficult pitch shot. I'm gonna try to clear it just over this mound with a lob wedge, let it bounce and run down a little hill over there onto the green. That could be really good. Keep running. Keep running. Yeah, we really can't do much better than that. So just to give you an idea of how fiery these things are, I actually landed that ball right here, like just off the green, believe it or not. Took one bounce and kicked forward and almost stopped on this downslope right here. And then it trickled all the way down. And now we've got like a 4 to 5 footer for par. Really good shot. All right, let's see if we can make this, save our par. I think it's left edge. Yes. par of the century. All right, 415 yard par 4. Kind of mixing up short and long holes, which is fun. A lot of half par holes. And we are gonna aim up the left and hit us a cut. Cut it just a little more than we wanted, but I actually think that's gonna put us in really good shape and make the hole shorter. All right, we got 155. Gonna hit 8-iron, a little uphill, a little into the wind. Gotta hit this really good. A little bit left, but well struck. Right, we got about 20, 22 feet for a birdie. A little bit short. Final hole, 330 yard, par 4, up the hill, kind of like a drive and pitch hole, as they call it. And gonna try to squeeze the fade. Start it up the right, see if I can't get on it. Start up the left and see if I can't get it on that top level. Pun intended. If that gives me the kick, I want, that's perfect. The right-hand side up on the top level. So this is kind of an interesting architectural feature. Kind of this big shelf running parallel up to the green. And it's like, you can bite off as much as you want. If you're willing to go to the right like I did, you'd be up on the top shelf and you can see everything for your second shot. But if not, you can play out here to the left and it's just wide open and it's like a funnel over here, but you're not really gonna be able to see the bottom of the pin and know what's going on for your next shot. If you hit it up here, you kind of get a flatter way to come in, whereas you have to navigate kind of a weird funky slope if you hit it over here to the left. So we're 60 yards out. We can see the pin, kind of got a funky kick up here, but I think I've got a good line to the pin. We're gonna play it just a little bit right, try to hit it about 50 yards, a little punchy sand wedge, and hopefully it rolls right up there to it. We're okay, but we need to go just a hair more right. So once again in this green, there's just this huge, wild kind of funnel at the front of this green. That slope that you're seeing in front of me is probably about 4.5 feet tall. I hit mine over here pretty good. We got a relatively short putt, perfect distance. If we played just a little bit more to the right, we might hold it. Couldn't buy a putt today, but we made a lot of pars. Not bad. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a hot take here. I played the Karoo yesterday, and the Karoo is amazing. Like, it's probably best new public of the recent history. It's that good in America. But I'm gonna say something, the way they've got the native and the bunkering here and the views, I actually think out here at the squeeze, I think visually and aesthetically, it's like just as good, if not better. And the greens are wild, the holes are fun. It's just a super fun course to play. It's got 10 holes. It's got, you know, back-to-back par threes. It's got short fours. It's got a long five. It's just kind of a really different course in every way, but it's as good. It's really good. If you don't come out here and play it while you're here, you're honestly making a huge mistake.